Hi guys, welcome back to my monthly budget with me. I'm so sorry that I didn't post these in January or February, but I had some big financial things happen, such as my rent going up by £500 a month. Yes, my rent in this flat was £1,500. I share with my partner and our baby. The baby doesn't pay, but it went up to £2,000. That was February, and in January we had our car insurance come out, which was like also £1,500, which we hadn't planned for at all. Big like financial no-no. So I was kind of just putting in what I could afford into the joint account. I didn't feel very in control or empowered in like my financial journey. So yeah, that's where I've been. But since my small pay rise in January, my salary has now gone back to like what it should be typically each month on my new 42k salary. So let's budget my 42k salary with me. Okay, so sadly this is not what I take home every month. That was my artificially high salary of 2,740. What I will actually be taking home on a typical month is 2,420. I've had some people in the past question why I take home so little on 42k, and if you go onto like one of those online take home salary calculators and you enter in that you had 2 student loans, because I have undergrad and postgrad, and also enter in that you get some kind of health benefit, it basically explains why I take home what I do take home. I pay in for some extra dental benefit, and yeah, I have 2 student loans. Anyway, so that's what I'm taking home this month. I'm going to put in £1,100 into the joint account this month, which is not enough to cover truly my half of everything, but it's just what I can afford to do. Our plan with our rent going up by so much is to hopefully move in with one of our parents for the next 6 months to a year while we buy and slightly do up a property. We're really close to being able to buy, so we just don't want to be like bleeding out £2,000 a month plus £500 in expenses. Yeah. So anyway, hopefully shortly this will go down a lot and we'll be saving loads, but for now I'm putting £1,100 into the joint account. I put £500 on my Monzo, and I do my budget challenges over on TikTok if you want to follow and see how I stick to a £500 budget. I didn't necessarily stick to that in the last 2 months because February's pay was covering most of March, and that's when baby boy's first birthday was, and we had a party for him and we bought him gifts, and yeah, it was an expensive month. But March's salary, I get paid around the 20th, will go through April. I've got nothing big coming up, so I'm trying to stick to £500 this month. Canva, I'm still paying for, even though I said to myself, if I don't post a YouTube video in January or February, I have to cancel Canva. Guys, I just can't give up on my YouTube dream. I just feel like 2024 is the year it's gonna happen. So here we are, we're filming, it's a Sunday. Okay, my phone is still £70. Netflix, I should probably look at getting this down because I used to pay for like a really big Netflix membership because I shared it with so many people, and now they've cranked down on sharing. I can't really share it with that many people, so I should probably try and reduce that bill. I'm sure I'm paying Apple more than £3, but I can't find it right now, so I'm just going to leave it as it is for now. I've reshuffled this around a bit because I got another comment that said, for an accountant, my spreadsheet was really messy, and all I can say is like, have you never heard of like chefs who when they get home eat pot noodles? Sometimes when it's what you spend all day doing, you don't have that much steam for when it comes to doing it for yourself. But yeah, this is not what my work at work looks like. So another thing I want to clarify, my credit card, I got some hate comments saying that I was 1 month away from being homeless because I was like living in debt. We don't live in debt. We spend on our credit card for Avios or Amex points, and we pay it off in full every month. So this month it's like my job to pay it off. Nick paid it off last month because he used it for some bits for himself. This month the bill is going to be $659. The reason it's so much is because we're booking one day at Disney for like 5 of us. I put it on my credit card. One of my sisters is paying half, and we're treating the other sister. And I do have money set aside in a savings account for this holiday. I have about £400 set aside, but I'm just going to leave that to build some interest and pay off the credit card in full this month. Teeth was from a previous month. Thankfully, that is all gone. So with the credit card and the Monzo and me putting that much into my rent, it doesn't leave enough to make all the savings that I would typically make. First thing to go is always going to be sinking funds. So with my ISA, I actually made the March payment before I got my March salary. So I'm not gonna miss a month. I will never miss a month. So I'll just make it next month in April. So I've got £139 left to play with. That's a lie, I have £61 left to play with. I typically wouldn't actually even budget that. I would leave it as a buffer in my main account. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna leave it as a buffer. So yeah, this was an expensive month. I'm technically not saving anything from this salary, but I saved extra in February. Like I made my March ISA payment. So next month I will make the April ISA payment from my April salary and we should be like back on track. The credit card was obviously like a big one this month, this trip to Disney. Technically like Nick could pay in some of that, but he's already covering way more of the household expenses at the moment. And like I said, I do have £400 set aside from it. So I'm okay with it taking a big chunk of this salary. And yeah, that's my kind of like bleak looking March budget. Even though it's kind of bleak, I'm glad I sat down and did it because it's just good muscle memory to be in the habit of like looking at my spreadsheet, looking at my bank accounts. I don't like the feeling of like not having everything planned for the month ahead, which is so funny because I never used to live like this. But yeah, I like to be organized these days. Small update on my investments. My little fun Trading 212 account is up to £812. Like £70 of that is profit or interest or whatever. Return, that's the word. So yeah, I'll leave a link to Trading 212 and Monzo down in the description. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna hopefully do some like meal prep with me videos soon because I feel like meal prepping is like a huge way that I save money at the moment. So thank you so much for watching my video and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.